HarperCollins presents The Motive by Khurrum Rahman, read by Waleed Akhtar.
For those who think they can't, I feel you. Chapter 1, June 23rd, 2016. Brexit Referendum. Do you love me? Sahara asked. It was not what Conrad expected. Not there. Not in such a public place. He smiled, boyish, cool. The same smile that he flashed at Sahara on the first day of the first term in their accounting and finance lecture. The same smile that she fell for, and broke tradition for. Yeah, course I do, Conrad replied, as he casually draped an arm over the back of the booth. Sahara placed her hands on the table and fidgeted with her car keys, which were attached to a heart-shaped keyring. Say it, she said, her brown eyes meeting blue. Say the words. Conrad's smile froze in place, less cocksure now. What's going on, Sahara? Everything okay? Just... She looked into Conrad's eyes. I want you to say it. Her demands and her appearance made her look a little crazy. Conrad had never seen Sahara looking anything less than perfect, but now her perfect straight hair was tied painfully tight in a bun, and her perfect face showed every flaw without the usual touch of makeup. Here. Now. Conrad glanced over his shoulder. Cream's dessert lounge was full of students he'd seen around the campus. Students that he'd partied with. Some that he'd been intimate with. All playing a small and fleeting part in his life. Place is packed. We ought to be careful, right? They were so different in so many ways. Most of all, skin color. He was white, she was beautifully brown. His family background was money and success and privilege. Sahara's background was a strict Muslim upbringing in a humble immigrant household. This was why for 8 months, Conrad and Sahara had kept their relationship quiet. Status mattered. Religion mattered more. To the outside world, they were fellow students. Nothing more. Sahara had told him many times that acting or speaking inappropriately in the wrong place could lead to a vicious rebuke from a ruthless community. A community that Conrad didn't know much about. I need to know, Sahara said. Her gaze and the focus in her voice had him squirming. I really need you to tell me. Right now. Conrad dropped his arm from the booth and placed his hands on the table close to hers, the tips of his fingers flicking the tips of hers. He liked her a lot. But love? Conrad wasn't sure. He'd never felt like this with anyone before. Maybe in the last 8 months they had crossed the line from a casual fling to something more serious. Maybe it was love. I love you, he said, squeezing it out in a whisper in case of being heard. It wasn't that saying it bothered him. He'd said it to her plenty of times before, but in private. Everything that defined them as a couple was done in private. Sahara placed her hands on top of his, an intimate gesture that couldn't be mistaken. I love you too, she said. Conrad kept his eyes on her, when he really wanted to check if anyone was watching them. They'd always been so careful. Sahara had shown him what was and wasn't okay in a public place. Declaring their love in the middle of Cream's dessert lounge, with students that they both knew knocking about, was breaking the rules. Something had changed. The last thing Conrad needed was change. His life was perfect. He'd smashed through his final exams, and tonight he was holding a house.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?